This is Nathan Ramachandra from the NR Hour 4 show, back with another episode. We are live on iHeartRadio, Spotify, on all the podcast platforms. And fans, please tune in on our Spreaker app, where you guys can ask fan questions and tune in. But today we are live with three of our co-hosts, Kia Lyons, Jason from 161 River Ave. Go check him out. He does a great job. And Hector from Project Yankees Morning Brew, and then Project Nerd KOD Media. Go check him out. He does awesome stuff. And we are joined by Lino. He is today's guest translator and certified agent. And today's guest, the man of the hour, Andres Chaparro. He's a Yankees prospect with the Somerset Patriots. And I had the opportunity to cover him in person with our other media company this year. And man, what a bright young person he is. Andres has been rising in the Yankees farm system for a while, and he had a breakout year this year, helping the team winning the Eastern League Championship with Somerset. And really looking forward to learning more about his story and how he got here. And first of all, Lino, I just want to give you a big shout out for doing this with him too, and making the show right. And first of all, how are you guys doing? And Andres and Lino, how are you guys doing today? Both of you, and Happy New Year.
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. It's a pleasure joining you guys, and I'm thrilled to have Andres Chapi here, with you guys, and he's gonna tell us a fascinating story. So, Andres, I'm gonna start. ¿Cómo estás, Andres? ¿Cómo te ha ido? Te preguntan cómo te encuentras.
No, por ahora todo bien, gracias a Dios y nada, contento de estar aquí con ellos también.
I think now I'm doing great. I'm pretty happy to be here with you guys.
Nice. So I guess we'll start off with Kia here. Oh, we can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Sorry about. Thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate it. And I'd like to say I'm a Yankees fan as well. I am. I'm grateful. And I hear you've been hitting tons of home runs and doing awesome. Tell us when did you first start playing baseball or fall in love with the sport?
Él le pregunta que sabes que has estado dando un montón de jonrones y quieres saber cómo comenzaste y cómo te enamoraste de este juego, del béisbol.
Bueno, comencé desde los 3 añitos. De los 3 años practico béisbol y vengo de una familia que es totalmente beisbolera. Mi mamá jugó softball, mis tíos jugaron softball, algunos quizás jugaron no profesional, pero estuvieron muy cerca y imagínate, es algo que llevo en la sangre.
Well, I've been playing since I was 3 years old. My family is all, baseball fans. My mom used to play softball. Yes, his uncles also play softball, and even though nobody got, to a professional level, he's having baseball, since he was a little kid.
That's amazing.
Hector or Jason, you can go next.
Jason, go ahead, bro.
Lino and Andres, first of all, as a fellow content creator and a diehard Yankee fan, I want to thank you both. It means a lot that you're spending some time with us today. It means a lot to me, especially. And Nathan and I have talked about you, Andres, for Sarah. I've done a video about you, profiled you, and as a diehard fan, it was very exciting to do that. Nathan and I have spent quite a bit of time talking about you as well. So thank you both. It means a lot. But one of the questions I had is how do you go about preparing in the off season now that you're at this level? Does your preparation change? Are you doing things differently?
Ahora que estás en este nivel, Andrés, después de la temporada que tuviste, ¿qué estás haciendo en el off season? Si estás haciendo algo distinto con respecto a la preparación que estás tomando.
Bueno, creo que no estoy haciendo algo distinto. Creo que año tras año me preparo. No de igual manera, obviamente uno siempre trata de ser mejor, pero este año estoy poniendo toda mi atención y todo mi esfuerzo en tratar de mejorar mi físico y tratar de mejorar mis habilidades dentro del campo. Entonces, lo que ahora más que todo estoy enfocado es en tratar de mejorar mi físico y sé que si mi físico está bien, voy a estar bien en el campo también.
Not basically like something different every year. He said that he has the same approach, but even though this year he has a better focus on how his body is. So he's getting, ready and better physically speaking, and as being his, focus this off season.
Awesome. And also too, Chapi, felicidades. Thank you for joining us también. And my question is, you've been in the Yankee system for quite a while. as well, you know, being close with Oswald Cabrera, Oswald Peraza, and even Gleyber Torres. Being with the Yankees at such a young age, was it easy to transition knowing that you had other baseball players from Venezuela to help you make that transition over to the States?
Sabemos que tienes mucho tiempo con los Yankees, ha sido tu única organización. Haber tenido a Cabrera, Peraza o Torres como compañeros de equipo te ayudó en ese camino, te ha ayudado a esa transición desde el momento que empezaste a donde estás ahora.
Bueno, sí, creo que ellos han influido mucho, más que todo Osvaldo y Oswald, que pude compartir con ellos en el campo desde el principio, de cuando recién firmamos con el equipo. Y creo que verlos ahora ellos jugar en el Yankee Stadium, jugando con el equipo grande, como decimos nosotros, creo que aparte que me llena de orgullo, me da esa motivación extra de wow, yo también quiero estar ahí y seguir compartiendo con ellos en el terreno.
Yeah, he said, I know they have influenced him in a positive way, during his start his career with the Yankees, especially Cabrera and Peraza, that they're friends also on and off the field, and seeing them playing in the big leagues this year, gave him, a lot of happiness, and also, an extra motivation for him, just wanted also to be there with them.
Nice.
Well, so can you talk about being part of Yankees history and wearing the Somerset Patriots uniform and obviously having the Yankee symbol on that uniform? So what's that been like for you, just to be part of Yankees history, being part of their organization? And they have a lot of great rich players with them and over the years, and now they have Aaron Judge, a current player. So what's that been like for you being part of history with the Yankees?
¿Cómo ha sido para ti ser parte de esta organización de los Yankees, de la historia, también jugando con Somerset, que tenían el logo de los Yankees en el uniforme? ¿Cómo ha sido para ti ser parte de esta prestigiosa organización?
Bueno, creo que para mí formar parte de los Yankees es un orgullo para mí y una satisfacción grande de saber que estoy con uno de los equipos más ganadores en la historia de Grandes Ligas y saber lo que representan los Yankees. Y eso es bastante satisfactorio para mí, e incluso para mi familia, ¿sabes? Y para mucha gente, ya saber que fueron con los Yankees, que estás ahí dentro y que estás muy cerca de quizás de jugar con el equipo grande, lo hace mucho, mucho más especial estar ahí con el equipo.
Yeah, first of all, he said he's very proud and happy to wear that uniform, to be a part of such an important organization, and not only for him, for his family as well, and people around him. Being part of the Yankees, just giving an extra motivation. And he's so really proud to be part of the most famous organization and the organization that has win the most in the past.
Wow.
Well, I'm really glad that he's here and he's with the Yankees organization. And if you could tell him, I would love to come to a game.
Ella está súper feliz de que seas parte de los Yankees y le encantaría ir a algún juego, verte jugar.
How hard is it to be away from home, from Venezuela? How often does he connect? Has he gone back a lot? Has his family come over here? What's that like? Especially with the language.
¿Qué tan difícil es estar fuera de Venezuela, con la familia, con la barrera del idioma? ¿Qué tan difícil es para ti estar lejos de casa?
Yo creo que mucho, es muy difícil, realmente es muy difícil. Quizás mucha gente no conoce lo que uno tiene que vivir día a día o lo que tiene que sacrificar para poder seguir avanzando y cumpliendo tu objetivo. Pero es algo que me reconforta el saber que he ido escalando poco a poco, con mucho sacrificio, con mucho esfuerzo. Es algo que me llena de satisfacción a mí y me hace decir, wow, todo este sacrificio que he hecho ha valido la pena.
Yeah, it's a lot. You miss home a lot. Most people don't know how many sacrifices you have to make as a professional player in order to be here, in order to adjust and in order to keep growing, especially at this level. Even though Andres is living in Utah at this point, it's very, very, very hard for him just being away from home.
Not that many cachapas in Utah to be able to...
I'm happy for him now. I'm happy. It's hard, but it's a blessing.
Yeah, está feliz por ti. Es difícil, pero es una bendición.
Así es.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Andres, I had a question too. I mean, it's very exciting to see Oswaldo Cabrera and Oswald Peraza come up and play and get an opportunity. And I think you're in a position where you have a great balance of offense and defense from the third base position. And I think the Yankees, a golden opportunity could present itself this year. So how would you feel if you got called up and got an opportunity to play with you? I mean, it would be exciting for us fans. Would your mental preparation be any different? Because I do think you'd be a great fit up in the Bronx with what you bring to the table.
Sí, dice que bueno, que este año viendo que le dieron la oportunidad a Cabrera y a Peraza, cree que vas a ser un perfecto para los Yankees en Grandes Ligas y pregunta si mentalmente estás haciendo algún ajuste, como preparándote para ese momento que estás esperando, que todos estamos esperando.
No, bueno, imagínate, si eso llegaría a pasar, que espero en Dios que pase, sería mi sueño hecho realidad, aparte que todo el mundo estaría orgulloso porque tengo un montón de gente que me apoya, gracias a Dios tengo mucha gente a mi alrededor que me ha apoyado desde siempre, que me ha dado ánimo a seguir adelante, a no decaer, a no soltar, a no decir, bueno, ya no se pudo, sino más bien me han apoyado siempre a llegar allí. Y nada, solo hago mi trabajo, siempre me he visualizado mucho ahí en el llamado, en el cuándo va a ser ese llamado, cómo va a ser, qué voy a hacer, pero es algo que lo visualizo mucho y espero que este año suceda.
If that happens, I'll be, more than excited just to receive the call. He said that he has visualized himself getting the call. How would he answer? What he's gonna do right after, and he has visualized that moment many times, and he hopes that moment comes this year, and also not for only for himself, but for all his family and the people that he has around him, that he has support him during the way, and having given me the strength and not let it go, just keep going and moving forward. But definitely he's something that he's expecting to receive this year, that the famous call.
So what's he gonna do after the call? Because it's coming.
¿Qué vas a hacer
Con my
justo
mom.
después de la llamada, Andrés?
Ah, there you
¿Qué vas a hacer después?
Sí.
Before we go any further, I want to add another person in here. He's a young reporter from Backstage Baseball. His name is Halal. He's a star reporter in the making. Before we go any further.
Andrés, ¿qué vas a hacer cuando te llegue la llamada para responderle a la señora?
He's a big Yankee fan too.
No, llamar a mi mamá, llamar a mi mamá, a mi papá, que son los que siempre han estado allí y no sé, es algo que no podría describir ahorita en el momento porque yo sé que va a ser muy diferente cuando eso pase.
I don't
obviamente
know.
llamaría a mi
I don't know
papá.
how to like specifically describe when I get the call, but the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call my mom and my father. I'm just gonna let them know that it happened, and then just take it from there. But it's a moment that he has visualized himself. But the first thing that he would do would call mom and pop. So.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, Allow, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys just fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
we're live right now. So Halal, he's if you want to introduce yourself and start with your question too, if you want.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm 12 years old. I just got started in baseball content creating. I have about 1,000 followers on YouTube. I'm good friends with Hector and Jason. We've built a good relationship over the Yankees community. Big Yankee fan, as I mentioned, but definitely really excited to be here and talking to you.
Está muy emocionado, tiene 12 años, está empezando en este mundo, está siempre asociado con ellos y está muy contento de estar aquí con nosotros. It's a pleasure meeting you, so welcome.
So
Go ahead, Lau. Ask your question, brother.
yeah.
All right. So I actually have a bunch of questions. I'll go. I haven't heard what the beginning of this conversation was like, so I just joined. So my apologies if you answered, but have you had any specific conversation that gave you the energy and encouragement to continue on your journey, like that boost of energy?
¿Has tenido alguna conversación especial o algún push de energía, especialmente con alguien que te haya dado un impulso este año? ¿Recuerdas alguna conversación en particular? ¿O con alguien?
No te puedo decir que recuerdo una en particular ahorita, pero creo que las conversaciones conmigo mismo han sido muy, muy importantes. El visualizarme siempre, es que en realidad me visualizo mucho llegando ahí, recibiendo el llamado, llegando al Yankee Stadium, ver qué pasará, me veo, no sé, debutando ahí en el Yankee Stadium, mi primer turno. En realidad me visualizo mucho y creo que tengo expectativas muy grandes para este año y espero en Dios poder cumplirlas todas, de verdad.
I wouldn't be able to tell you an exact conversation with somebody. I'm just gonna tell you that I've had a lot of conversations with myself and trying to get ready mentally for what's coming. I want to be at Yankee Stadium. I just want to get the call. I just want to be there and prove what I can do. God willing, that will happen. But I've just focused to mental, and prepare myself mentally speaking.
Awesome, awesome. You know, I know you said family was a big part of your upbringing when it came to learning the game at such a young age. But besides family, were there any specific major league players that you look for, whether it be Miguel Cabrera, Edgar Martinez, anybody specifically, Felix Hernandez, that you looked up idolizing growing up?
Parte de la familia, Andrés, ¿tuviste algún ídolo cuando creciste, jugador profesional? Aparte de los nombres que él mencionó, Félix, Andrés y los
Sí,
otros.
sí, 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 claro. Siempre crecí admirando a Miguel Cabrera, con quien no he tenido la posibilidad nunca de estrechar la mano de él y decir, coño, lo conozco, le dije mi nombre, pero sí lo he visto jugar. Tuve la oportunidad este año en el sprint training, el año pasado, perdón, en el sprint training de jugar versus Detroit y casualmente estaba allí, lo pude ver, pero nunca tuve esa oportunidad de conocerlo, pero siempre crecí viéndolo y admirándolo.
Yeah, my idol was Miguel Cabrera when I was growing up. And, I've never had the opportunity of, shaking his hand or personally, meeting him. But I had the pleasure last year to play in a spring training game against Detroit. And I was able just to watch him and see it
Nice.
as my idol.
Nice,
Speaking of
nice.
speaking of Miguel Cabrera, when me and Jason talked about Andres, I compared him to a mini Miguel Cabrera because I was at third base and Andres can play first base too. He's learning how to play multiple positions, so that's how I came up with mini Miguel Cabrera. So
Ya, las comparaciones, ellos dos te han comparado mucho con Miguel por cómo estás jugando tercera, también por jugar primera, por tu versatilidad y por la forma en que estás desarrollando, te han comparado mucho con Miggy.
When he gets signed to the Yankees, we all
He will
gotta
say
go.
perfect. I mean, perfect.
Yeah, I'll be there.
That comparison is great. So.
yeah. So speaking of Somerset, can you talk about your hitting coach Jake Hurst? Man, he had a big influence in your season this year. Obviously, you had a breakout year. Can you talk about him and his impact for you guys? Not only you, but the other hitters in the lineup.
Y la temporada pasada con Somerset, ¿puedes hablar del coach de bateo de Jake? ¿Cómo te influenció a ti y al resto del equipo?
Bueno, yo creo que Jay es una persona bastante trabajadora, diría yo. Me ayudó a encontrar mi rutina, a encontrar lo que me ayuda a mejorar y ser mejor cada día. Y creo que no influyó mucho en mí, sé que influyó en los demás compañeros, porque siento que toda la mayoría tuvimos tremendos años y creo que todo el trabajo que pudimos hacer dentro de los cages y en el field se vieron reflejados en el campo.
Yeah, he said he's a very hardworking man, and he helped a lot, not only Andres, but the rest of the team, trying to find routines and drills and exercises at the batting cage that help them out, during those routine pre-games and after the games, and that really helped because not only Andres, but a lot of people on that team had a great season. So credits to him as well.
Amazing.
Who's
Do
up?
you have any kind of rituals or mindset, or what do you do when you get out of the rhythm and you want to just get back in the zone? What is his process?
¿Tienes algún ritual o algún proceso cuando te vas fuera de tu ritmo, fuera del
Crushing it.
ritmo y cuando quieres, digamos, regresar a tu ritmo habitual? ¿Tienes alguna metodología, algún proceso o algo mental que hagas?
No tengo como un ritual ni algo por específico, incluso trato de no tener cero cábalas, como decimos nosotros en Venezuela, pero siempre cuando estoy, que si metido en un slump, cuando no encuentro mi, mi lugar en el home o no me siento cómodo bateando o diferentemente en la defensa, trato de... Yo no debería decir mi secreto, pero me funciona y es que no bateo. Cuando no me encuentro en el home, que no me siento cómodo en el home, trato de tener algunos días de 2 o 3 días sin batear en lo absoluto, solo voy al campo y trato de competir y resolver en ese momento.
I don't have like any specific ritual. I'm not a guy that is just doing the same things because of luck or doing the same, stuff on the field. But I do. I don't know if I should tell you this. That's a secret that of his, what he said. But what he does is when he gets into a slump or things are not going his way, he just doesn't take at bats at the cage for 2 or 3 days. He stays away from batting. Just on the field, what he has to do if he's going to be playing in the lineup that day. But he avoids 100% for 2 or 3 days, having, cage work or something related to it.
That's awesome.
Es porque,
A break.
es porque siento que hay muchas veces que pasa que mientras hago muchos swings, más swings, muchas repeticiones, siento que mi mente como colapsa y luego no puedo hacer las repeticiones bien, sino que hago todo como mal. Entonces necesito como tomar
because when you are in the cage, you're doing a lot
Makes
of
sense.
reps. I mean, you're doing a lot of swings, and if you're doing it in the bad, just keep doing it, the bad way. So I don't repeat that many times. If I don't do it the right way, then just try to stop because my brain tends to collapse at that point. And just stop and reset.
Nice.
Good question.
Jason yeah, Jason.
Yes,
Me?
Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
So,
ahead, brother.
to Kia's point too, she asked a great question. I wanted to ask if, as you start getting closer to spring training, does the approach change a little bit? Because to me, it's almost like a trial. You have to be locked in every second when you're at spring training, right? Does the physical and mental approach change the weeks leading up to spring training? Because again, you want to be on point pretty much every minute. You want to show them how well you can play and put yourself on the radar. So what's different, leading into spring training?
Ahora que Sprint Training está cerca, prácticamente a la vuelta de la esquina, ¿qué estás haciendo distinto? Porque sabemos que cuando llega Sprint Training tienes que estar listo desde el momento cero. ¿Qué estás haciendo diferente como rutinas para llegar lo más preparado posible a Sprint Training este año?
Yo creo que estoy, como te dije anteriormente, creo que estoy poniendo toda mi fuerza en el gym, porque es algo que me ha funcionado a mí, de que si siento que mi cuerpo está bien, yo voy a estar bien dentro del campo. Incluso no quiere decir que no he hecho nada de béisbol, ni he bateado, ni he agarrado rolling, obviamente sí lo hago, pero trato de poner todo mi enfoque en el gym más que todo porque a mí me ha funcionado y es que, como te digo, o sea, si mi cuerpo está bien, yo sé que voy a estar bien dentro del campo. Entonces, para mí es fundamental estar ready.
Yeah, I tend to put a lot of focus on the gym. 100% just focus on gym time. It doesn't mean that he's not doing any baseball activities. He just keeps doing. But if his body is in the right way, then his game is gonna be that way as well. So he's focusing 100% of taking advantage as much as possible at the gym time, following a specific training plan, and just getting ready and having the best body possible when he comes to sprint training.
Amen to that.
Awesome. I want to piggyback off of what Jason just said, and both great questions by Kia and Jason when talking about approach. And spring training is around the corner. One question I want to know: has he reported, or is he going to report early to spring training to get his work in early before anybody else? And at the same time, when does he normally begin his off-season workout and routine, getting ready to ramp it up for the new season? Does he go back home? Does he do winnable and stuff like that?
Ya sabemos que Sprint Training está pues a la vuelta de la esquina. ¿Planeas reportarte antes o qué fecha es la de tu reporte? Y te pregunto también en el off-season, ¿desde cuándo estás entrenando en el off-season? Si jugaste béisbol en Winter League en Venezuela, o cuándo empezaste a trabajar y cuándo te vas a reportar.
Bueno, realmente no sé específicamente cuál día es el de reportarnos, pero lo que sí sé es que estoy ready para cuando sea el llamado de que haya que reportarse, así sea temprano o bien sea ya para sprint training. Y durante la off-season no pudimos jugar en Venezuela el Winter Ball, no tuvimos el permiso y pues decidí enfocarme en lo que es conmigo, en mejorar mi cuerpo, mejorar mis habilidades y tratar de ser mejor día a día.
Yeah, we didn't get the permit from the Yankees to play winter ball in Venezuela. So, he wasn't able to play this year. He's just been working out the whole season. He doesn't know exactly the day that he needs to report, but he's already been in touch with the organization, and as long as he receives the call, he's ready to go.
Here we go.
Hello.
Yeah, my question is, if you could go back to one moment of your career and relive it, where would you go?
Great
¿Pudieras
question.
recordar algún momento específico en tu carrera? ¿Qué momento sería?
Yo creo que cuando firmé, creo que si pudiese regresar el tiempo a cuando firmé, creo que sería bastante, lo sigue siendo, porque es mi mejor momento hasta ahora de cuando firmé con el equipo. Y si hablamos del juego, volvería a cuando ganamos el título en Somerset.
Yeah, he said the most important date that he remembers is when he signed his first contract with the Yankees when he was 16 years old. That was the most important moment, and recently when he got the championship with Somerset Patriots.
What kind of shoes were he wearing when he signed?
¿Te acuerdas qué zapatos estabas usando cuando firmaste?
No.
Hey, speaking of obviously leading up to that championship, you guys had like some great games that we were part of covering you guys. And what was it like playing behind two no-hitters this season or last season?
Sí, ellos que estuvieron cubriendo toda la temporada con Somerset. ¿Qué tal fue para ti jugar 2 juegos de no-hitter esta temporada?
Increíble, ¿sabes? Cuando en esos juegos así quieres que todos los rollings salgan hacia donde ti, ¿sabes? Como que tú quieres completar, quieres ayudar al pitcher a que todos los outs se hagan, que no pase nada por donde estés tú, y creo que es bastante satisfactorio para mí y para todo el equipo que hace tremendo trabajo, incluso el pitcher y el catcher.
He was unbelievable, and you know, when you are playing games like that, you want every rolling, you know, bat at your place. So you want to be part of every play and try to help them out as much as possible. And not only the pitcher and the catcher, but everybody's involved. And it was an unbelievable moment this year with the Patriots.
Nathan, I want to piggyback to your question. What is it like? You're fielding a ground ball and you're like in the middle of a no-hitter. Is it like the pressure on that play builds so much higher?
¿Qué se siente cuando estás en la mitad de un no-hitter y te tiran un rolling y lo atrapas? ¿En ese momento sientes más presión cuando agarras el rolling, cuando lo vas a lanzar? ¿O qué se siente en ese momento que sabes que eres parte de eso?
Bueno, en el momento que obviamente no te voy a negar que sí se siente un poco de presión. Al momento la adrenalina del juego te ayuda como a calmar esa presión. Pero creo que la presión insiste más cuando ya luego agarras el rolling y tienes que lanzar. Yo creo que ahí tienes
Yeah,
que
I said, I
asegurarte
mean,
lanzarla
I
bien.
wouldn't say that is, you know, there is no more pressure because it's an important game. And the adrenaline of being there and, you know, just gets you excited. But I'm not catching as much as throwing the ball. You know, that's when, you know, you feel more pressure when you're involved in those moments.
Wow.
I know it felt so good to win. And I know that he has goals and he wants to break records for his next season. So what is he brewing for his next season? What's he cooking? What kind of goals?
¿Cuáles son tus principales objetivos? ¿Qué estás manejando? ¿Qué estás pensando para este 2023?
No, bueno, para este 2023, como te dije en la pregunta anterior, mis expectativas son muy altas, que incluso me da hasta miedo a mí mismo, porque soy una persona que me exijo bastante y bueno, pero mi expectativa este año es empezar muy bien. Primero, dar una buena impresión en el sprint training, hacer mi trabajo como lo he venido haciendo siempre, y luego ya que vaya a cualquiera de las ligas, seguir haciendo mi trabajo, ojalá pueda tener un buen arranque desde el principio y ya luego conseguir el llamado a Grandes Ligas.
Yeah, it says he has very high expectations for this year. Sometimes he's afraid of himself, of how high, you know, he expects, you know, from himself, from his goals. But the main goal would be to get ready and start from the zero moment ready at the sprint training and give the best impression of himself. Now it is being a Major League Baseball, you know, sprint training camp.
We're cheering for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Jason, yeah.
I think the question we're all wondering is, as a Lionel Messi fan, how happy were you that he had Argentina
Como
game?
fanático de Leo Messi, ¿qué tan feliz estabas de ver a Argentina ganar?
100%, 100% feliz.
100% happy. You know, I think it was the most the thing that makes him
Me,
happy the
sen-
most.
me, me sentí que era yo que estaba quedando campeón del mundo.
Yeah, he felt that he was Argentinian and he was, you know, champion of the world as well. So
I felt that way too. I felt Argentinian too.
Yeah, we was all Argentinian for a couple of seconds.
Hector, that's
Yeah.
funny.
But no, for me, I just want to know when it comes down to, we talked about prep work or whatever, but when you're about to get into that workout and you grab your phone to put the headphones in, who are you listening to? ¿Qué clase de música usted está escuchando? Is it you listen to Bad Bunny? You listening to El Alfa? Who you listening to when you're listening to your music?
¿qué tipo de música escuchas cuando quieres ponerte ready antes de los juegos?
Escucho Neutro, que es un cantor venezolano de rap. Me gustan algunas canciones de él que es como, yo las tomo por motivación. Sus letras algunas tienen mucha motivación y siento que no me identifico con él ni con sus letras, con algunas partes de sus canciones sí me identifico y eso me da como la motivación necesaria para decir, no, yo tengo que hacerlo, tengo que salir ready, tengo que salir a comerme al equipo, tengo que salir a hacer mis cosas y nada, eso es lo que me motiva.
Yeah, I listen a lot to a Venezuelan rap singer. You know, his lyrics motivate me, and you know, when I hear what he's saying, not necessarily identify a lot with himself, but with his lyrics, just give me an extra, you know, pump and give me the strength to go out there and do the best I can do.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Hello?
I wanted to ask you, this is more of a fun question. What has been like, have you had any fun interactions with fans? Any funny things happen while you're over there in Somerset? Because I know personally, I went to Somerset for a couple of games 2 summers ago. It was a blast. All the players there are so fun. Just tell me if there are any fun interactions you've had with fans there.
¿Tuviste alguna anécdota con algún fanático gracioso este año que puedas decir que ha sido algo súper gracioso, que él estuvo hace un par de años en los juegos de los Patriots y siempre se divirtió mucho? ¿Tuviste alguna experiencia especialmente graciosa con algún fanático este año?
No especialmente graciosa, pero sí de mucha motivación y de gratificación para mí cuando iba a batear, mucha gente escuchar el Let's go Chapi, el escuchar a la gente apoyarme, incluso cuando estaba en el círculo de espera, la gente como que vamos, todos esperamos un jonrón, todos esperamos que batee, tal. Esas cosas son que me llenan de gratificación porque, no sé, me hace pensar que he venido haciendo un buen trabajo y que aparte de hacer mi trabajo en el campo, tengo mucha gente alrededor también que me apoya y de verdad se siente mucho el apoyo.
Yeah, not funny necessarily, but you know, I felt, you know, motivated and supported all the way, and I feel blessed of doing that. When I was on deck, circle people, you know, let's go, Chappie, hit a home run, you know, get a home run, Chappie, and he said like, you know, those moments, you know, he lived for those moments and gives the extra motivation that he needed, and he feels thrilled and satisfied of the fans having, you know, high expectations of him.
Yeah, Somerset Patriots do have good fans, and I saw it firsthand from the press box. So they have amazing fans. But can you talk about obviously Anthony Volpe wasn't part of the championship team, but he was part of the half the season before he got called up. But can you talk about playing with Anthony Volpe before he got called up to Scranton? Obviously, one of the Yankees' top prospects. But can you talk about being teammates with him and what did you learn by his side in the same infield as him?
Puedes hablar de Volpe y de lo que significó jugar con él esa mitad de temporada, ese tiempo que jugaste con él y de pertenecer al mismo equipo.
Bueno, yo creo que Volpi fue parte fundamental del título, parte fundamental de la primera mitad. Incluso fue el que dio el jonrón para meternos en la final, en la postemporada, en la primera mitad de la temporada. Y yo creo que Volpi es muy distinto, es una persona muy distinta a la persona que ustedes ven cuando está en el campo jugando o a la que nosotros conocemos dentro del clubhouse. Creo que dentro del clubhouse es excelente tipo de persona, es un buen compañero de equipo. siempre tiene buena energía, siempre quiere ganar, siempre quiere competir y creo que eso se nota muchísimo en él. Yo creo que es bastante gratificante jugar con él dentro del campo.
Yeah, Volpe was a great guy during the season. He even had a clutch home run during the season with the Patriots, and he's pretty sure that people see him Volpe different, and he's really is. He says a great human being. And it's also very amazing to be around him. Not only on the field but off the field. And he's feel very happy to have share with him those moments, and it's a great person.
Can you walk us through an average training day, not on a game day, from start to finish, including personal time, training? What goes on?
¿Nos puedes decir un día, tu rutina, cuando empieza, qué haces? No un día de juego, sino un día de entrenamiento. ¿Qué haces cuando empiezas, terminas? ¿Cuáles son las horas que haces, las actividades?
Pero fuera de la temporada o...
Fuera de temporada, un día de entrenamiento.
No, nada, me levanto como a las 10 de la mañana, luego voy al gimnasio a las 11, como alrededor de 3 horas. Salgo, que si voy a las 11, salgo a las 2 p.m., luego vengo, almuerzo, descanso como por 2 horas y luego a las 4 voy a entrenar en un sitio que es especialmente de agilidad, de ganar potencia, agilidad, salto, cosas donde trabajo, cosas de béisbol también. Y luego llego a la casa, me relajo, me baño, me gusta jugar mucho PlayStation, juego un rato PlayStation y luego a dormir otra vez.
Yeah, I wake up every day around 10 a.m. I just wake up and go directly to the gym for 3 hours. Then have lunch, then get some rest, and then go back for another 2 or 3 hours more to a facility that he's training right now indoor, where he does a lot of baseball drills and also power exercises, ability, strength. He works on different drills in the afternoon. Then he gets back home again, dinner, and playing some PlayStation that he's fan of, and then going to bed.
Wow,
Very cool.
Nice.
That's commitment.
that's awesome.
And the PlayStation is good. A little fun.
Yeah,
always.
What games? Oh, we know.
You playing Fortnite? What is it? Call of Duty or
MLB The
Fortnite?
Show. MLB The Show.
Call of Duty.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Got to give me
We
a gamer
called it.
tag. Let's get a couple games in, my guy.
What about
Jay.
MLB The Show? You play the show?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry?
I play the show sometimes, yeah.
The show, yeah, you play? Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Go
Is
ahead,
it my,
Jay.
can I go?
Yeah, it's on you, brother.
So the questions everybody's asking, just like the energy that you're putting up forth in the answers, I wanted to ask you about chemistry. I mean, when the chemistry is good, you talk about Anthony Volpe and the chemistry, and there is nothing in the world like I've ever seen as a Yankees team with good chemistry. And when the stadium is hopping, there's nothing in the world like I've ever seen like that. So how much do you feed off of good chemistry with your teammates and your team? Does it drive you? Does it motivate you?
Quiero hablar de la química que tuviste este año cuando el estadio está lleno, esa química que tienes con tus compañeros, te da fuerza, te da motivación, te da energías para seguir, la buena química que tienes con ellos.
Sí, claro, yo creo que la química es parte fundamental de cualquier equipo, bien sea béisbol, fútbol, básquet. Siempre la química es muy importante porque te ayuda a mantener a todos los jugadores centrados en un solo objetivo y moviéndose hacia un mismo lugar. Y creo que eso lo hace un poco más fácil para nosotros, independientemente si el estadio está full o no está full. Incluso, obviamente, si el estadio está full y sentimos el apoyo de toda la fanaticada, lo hace aún mucho más especial porque, o sea, te aseguro 100% que no sentimos como esa presión de la gente, sino sentimos más bien como una motivación extra de salir y dar lo mejor.
Yeah, not only when the stadium is packed or is empty, I think that he's in that chemistry is the key, not only in baseball, but in any sport, soccer, basketball. It's just the key of, having a great success because it gives stability and everybody will be aiming towards the same goal. And he thinks without the chemistry, the right chemistry, it's hard. And if you have that good chemistry that they had this year, everything tends to be easier and more fluid.
Amen.
Awesome. Now, with Major League Baseball getting into a lot of rule changes for the season that's coming upon us, when it comes to the pitch clock that they're implementing or the size of the bases increasing, how was the adjustment period in the minor leagues, and even still with some of the rule changes that are going on in the minor leagues? Was it easy to be able to pick them up right away, or did it take time to allow the rules to like free flow and it just becomes second nature?
Ahora en el 2023 que vienen varios cambios de regla en MLB, como por ejemplo el reloj para los pitchers, el tamaño de las bases. ¿Cómo crees tú que ha sido tu ajuste en ligas menores? Porque se viene haciendo un ajuste anterior en ligas menores que en MLB. ¿Cómo lo viste tú? ¿Cómo viste esa experiencia de ese ajuste, de ese cambio de regla?
No, bueno, obviamente no he tenido que a veces un poco, no recuerdo la palabra ahorita mismo, pero es un poco como forzoso, ¿sabes? Tener que llevar una secuencia rápida de que no te puedes tomar tu tiempo, de, ok, voy a calmarme, no, sino todo tiene que ser como muy fluido y rápido, pero también te lleva una ventaja que los juegos se hacen un poco más rápido también y pues al final del día lo que haces es que te acostumbras a eso y ya luego te parece normal.
Yeah, he said, he has to say sometimes, he feels pushed, by that clock. But you get used to, and the good thing about it is that the games are faster. I think that is a huge plus, having that clock. But at the end, you get used to it and just repeat it and do it, and you get used to any changes. So.
Well, I'm not sure if Somerset they had it where you were able to challenge the umpire. Was he there in low A or high A when you was able to challenge the umpires?
Tú no estabas en niveles más bajos cuando podías hacerle el challenge al umpire tocándote el casco. ¿Tuviste
No
alguna?
estuve. Bueno, incluso cuando hice mi rehabilitación con Tampa Tarpons, ya estaba el challenge, pero nunca lo usé.
Yeah, he said he wasn't at those levels when that change was implemented. But even though when he was doing some rehab games with Tampa, he could use it, but he didn't use the challenge.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Has there been any specific player that you particularly enjoyed playing with, hanging out in the clubhouse, or like kind of like giving you like kind of like a good guy to hang out with there?
¿Algún compañero en especial que pases tiempo en el clubhouse o que disfrutes estando con él?
Bueno, yo creo que la mayoría del tiempo durante la temporada y incluso durante el sprint training, comparto mucho tiempo con Jesús Bastida, con Eduardo Torrealba, Carlos Narváez, pero más que todo durante la temporada del año pasado y los otros años anteriores también he compartido mucho más que todo siempre con Jesús Bastida.
Yeah, mostly Bastidas, Jesús Bastido, Torrealba as well. But mostly, Bastidas most of the time in the clubhouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So before we get to the championship game, I want to ask you, has anyone told you that you look like Aaron Judge a little bit?
Antes de hablar del juego de campeonato, ¿alguien te ha dicho que te pareces a Judge un poquito?
Sí, algunos fanáticos me lo han dicho, incluso niños también me lo han dicho. Y recuerdo que la primera vez que me lo dijeron fue en el 2018 cuando estaba jugando clase A corta, que estaban haciendo como una ceremonia ahí antes del juego y salimos a calentar y mientras estaba calentando el niño se acerca y dice, oh, pero tú te pareces a Aaron Judge.
He said he remembers 2018. Some kids, mentioned him. Hey, you look like, Aaron Judge, and he said some fans have mentioned that before. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, so now to the championship game. Obviously, what was it like seeing obviously Carson Coleman, who we had on the show too, getting the final out of the game, and you guys were celebrating, and what was that like for you personally? And obviously, you guys went through a lot of adversity throughout the season, and being able to finish off by winning that Eastern League championship. What does that mean to you and your teammates, and especially the coaching staff, like manager Dan Ferrerito? What was that like?
¿Qué se sintió para ti, para todo el staff de coaches, para Fiorito, para todos, ese juego del campeonato cuando fueron campeones? Personalmente, ¿qué sentiste y qué viste para todo el staff? ¿Qué se sintió?
No, increíble, para todos fue felicidad en la manera que ganamos y en la manera como volteamos la serie a nuestro favor. Sabes que perdimos el primer juego de campeonato, pero nunca bajamos la cabeza, siempre nos mantuvimos eh, eh, con ánimo, moviéndonos hacia el objetivo, no importara qué pasara, sino ir juego a juego. Y creo que para todos fue satisfactorio el poder lograr creo que nunca había visto yo una final así, de que lanzas unos hits y ganas 15-0 y es algo que tú dices, wow, todo el trabajo ha valido la pena hasta ahora.
Yeah, he said that even though he lost the first game, they were always motivated, towards the championship, toward the goal, and it was unbelievable, amazing being part. He doesn't remember any game, of a championship, a no hitter, and 15 runs, and everything was perfect. It's very hard to forget.
Mm.
That's amazing. That's amazing. The Yankees are like that, and I think that's what Nathan sees in you. He sees Yankees.
Mhm.
How often do you use filming of yourself to elevate your performance and study it?
¿Qué tan seguido te grabas a ti mismo para mejorar tu rendimiento? ¿Te grabas,
Me
te ves,
grabo.
sí, videos de ti mismo o si ves videos tuyos, qué tan seguido lo haces para mejorar?
No, siempre, siempre. Incluso si doy un jonrón, al siguiente día voy a ver el video y ni siquiera veo el jonrón, lo que veo es mi mecánica de qué hice, cómo fueron mis movimientos hacia la bola, cómo usé mis manos, cómo usé mi cuerpo. En realidad no me importa mucho el resultado en ese momento porque obviamente ya sé que fue un jonrón, sino me enfoco mucho más que todo en mi mecánica. Igualmente cuando hago una jugada o hago un out, siempre voy a ver el video y más que todo me enfoco en qué hice para hacer eso.
He said a lot. He watches films a lot, especially when he's a homer, for example. Even though he knows, it was a homer, but he focused on the mechanic and on what did he do in order to get that result. Not only at bats, but also when he's played defense, he makes a great play. He goes back and watch it many times and try to repeat, every time what he did in order to get that result.
Mm.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Learning from failure is a big thing in life and everything in general. And is film the way to go when you're in baseball, when you're looking to try to evaluate your mistakes? And how do you learn from your mistakes in baseball?
Sabemos que los fracasos son parte de la vida y motivan para mejorar. ¿Cómo usas los videos para evaluar tus fracasos o si usas videos para evaluar fracasos que tienes en el campo, en el terreno de juego?
Sí, claro, yo creo que es algo que todos hacemos, ¿sabes? Cuando cometemos un error, todos vamos como que a ver qué pasó, por qué fallamos en ese momento. Y es algo como que en el béisbol siempre vas como a fallar más de lo que vas a tener éxito, y entonces como que, bueno, hice esto mal, tengo que hacerlo así o tengo que practicar más esto, pero independientemente de sea bueno el resultado o sea malo, siempre estamos ahí constantemente viendo videos y tratando de mejorar día a día.
He said every player does. I mean, like every player, watches videos when they don't do the right thing, and especially baseball is a sport, and you miss more, opportunities than the opportunities that you get. But he said that everybody does it, and it's the key just to try to see what happened and what can you avoid in the future, by seeing that mistake on the game. He said, yeah, yes, definitely he watches a lot.
Nice. It's on you, Jake.
Jason?
If you could share any words of wisdom for a young kid who has dreams of being a professional ball player and be where you're at and hopefully get to the majors and doesn't understand how hard it is to get there, how much work he or she at some point needs to put in, what would you tell them?
¿Qué consejo le podrías dar a alguien que quiere llegar a ser un profesional como tú, sin saber todos los sacrificios y todo el trabajo que tiene que hacer? ¿Qué consejo le darías a un niño que quiere empezar y llegar como tú?
No, bueno, yo siempre me he mantenido firme con un consejo y se lo he dado mucho a mi hermano, que tengo un hermano de 16 años y también quiere jugar al béisbol profesional y siempre le he dicho que si él lo sueña y su corazón lo desea, él tiene que hacer que pase, o sea, no es nada más, ok, yo lo sueño, yo lo quiero hacer, quiero llegar allí, pero ¿qué voy a hacer yo para llegar allí? Entonces, más que todo, siempre le digo, tienes que tener disciplina, constancia y dedicación, que creo que son las tres cosas fundamentales para cualquier deporte. Si no tienes esas tres, yo creo que muy difícilmente. Y recuerdo también una frase que dice que la disciplina siempre vencerá el talento. Entonces, no importa el talento que tengas, siempre tienes que trabajar fuerte para lograr lo que quieres.
Yeah, he said that he remembers especially one phrase that says discipline will always beat talent. And you know, he said that the first advice would be discipline, be constant, and make it happen. If your heart really desires to be, you gotta find a way and just making it happen. Especially, you know, himself, that he has a brother, 16-year-old brother. He wants to be a pro as well, and he plays baseball, and he constantly, you know, speaks with him and told him you gotta focus on making it happen. If you really desire and your heart really wants it, you gotta find a way.
If I could just add something to that, there's a quote that I have on my refrigerator. It says there's only one place in the world where success comes before work, and that's the dictionary. And that's Vince Lombardi. And that motivates me every day. So I thank you for saying what you just said.
Yeah, tiene una frase en su nevera también, que también lo ayuda a motivarse, parecida a la que tú mencionaste ahora.
Bueno, yo incluso tengo una frase aquí que cada vez que me levanto la veo porque la escribí yo mismo, y dice, try to be better day by day. So,
Yeah.
Tiene una
siempre
he
que
has
me
a phrase
levanto,
that he just sees when he wakes up every time, just try to be better day by day. Just,
That's awesome.
That's so great. That's so great. I actually have to go right now, but I'm so glad that I was able to hear all that, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the
problem.
Sixers game. Sixers.
Thank you.
Later,
I gotta
Kia.
catch
Have a good
ride.
Thank you.
time.
Bye.
Later, Kia.
I look forward to coming to Yankee Stadium to see you or anywhere else.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amen to that.
Yeah. For me, but you know, the last question that I want to ask before I get out of here, or however long this goes, is coming over at such a young age when you got signed by the Yankees. What was the biggest culture shock coming over from Venezuela to the States, depending on where you were put in the States, and Utah maybe, but what was the biggest culture shock from you being far away from your family?
¿Cuál fue el shock cultural más fuerte que tuviste viniendo de Venezuela tan joven a Estados Unidos a jugar profesional?
No, bueno, yo creo que el choque que cualquier persona que venga de otro país que no sea de aquí, de Estados Unidos, creo que el idioma es bastante difícil, porque no puedes comunicarte, no sabes cómo decir algo quizás, entonces lo hace bastante complicado. Pero yo creo que esa fue la cosa más difícil, independientemente de otras cosas, otro tipo de cultura, otro tipo de comida, lo más difícil es el idioma.
Yeah, in his case, the most, you know, challenging was the language, you know, trying to communicate and try to express yourself the way you want it. It's just the hardest thing that, you know, he's faced is the biggest shock, cultural shock that he found coming from Venezuela to the US.
Yeah, Choppy, if you could let him know, there's this movie that he should look out. It se llama Azúcar. It deals with a Dominican kid coming over from DR, signed to the Kansas City Royals at 16 years old into the minor leagues. I think that'd be a good movie for him to watch. The director, I believe his name is Miguel Soto, but it's called Sugar or Azúcar from HBO. It'll be a great movie.
Yo te recomiendo una película que veas de HBO, que se llama Azúcar o Sugar. Es la historia de un dominicano que firmó con los Kansas City Royals cuando tenía 16 años y su experiencia, su camino para llegar a Estados Unidos, que te recomiendo que la veas.
So I gotta ask you real quick. Obviously, Somerset usually brings the major league players to do a rehab assignment. So you got the opportunity to play with some of the Yankees players like Aroldis Chapman, Harrison Bader. What was that like for you? What did you learn from them, especially getting knowledge from the major leagues? And what did they tell you about the major leagues, or whatever what did you learn from Bader, Chapman, and the rest of the rehab assignments?
¿Cómo fue la experiencia de ver a Grandes Ligas de los Yankees haciendo rehabilitación en Somerset? Si te dijeron algo, ¿cómo fue tu experiencia con ellos? Bader, Chapman, Stanton.
No, bueno, yo creo que ellos son bastante no encuentro una palabra ideal ahorita, pero creo que son bastante amigables a lo que uno imagina quizás, porque nunca habíamos compartido con ellos. Quizás uno piensa, no, bueno, quizás ellos no hablan con nosotros, no van a hablar con nosotros cuando estamos a su nivel todavía, qué sé yo, pero son totalmente distintos, ¿sabes? Son igual que nosotros, hablan con nosotros, nos tratan como si nosotros fuésemos parte de la Grandes Ligas también. Y nada, yo creo que aprendí mucho de la manera de trabajar de ellos, cómo se preparan antes del juego, qué hacen, a dónde llevan su cuerpo antes del juego, creo que es bastante fundamental.
Yeah, he said that they were very friendly, more than that you would imagine, and he focused a lot of the pregame routine that they had, and it was a great experience being around them, especially being so open and talking and friendly to everybody. It seemed like you were their teammates for quite a while, for quite a long time, but it was very satisfying. And also, I'm gonna add something. When Chappie was there, Stanton was there in a BP,
Oh, wow.
and he had some words to Chappie, and he said, great swing, because Chappie was throwing bombs away all over the park at BP, and he was impressed really about the swing that Chappie had at that specifically BP.
Maybe one
Awesome.
day, maybe one day you'll be hitting with him in the lineup pretty soon, hopefully.
Un día estará bateando con Stanton. Le estaba contando la anécdota que él te dijo que good swing baby cuando estabas en el VP en Somerset.
Hello?
Yeah. So, was there anything back to the youth topic where we were saying as a kid, what did you do to like play baseball? Was it going and hitting in your garage? Was it your brother giving you ground balls or your dad giving you ground balls? Was there anything that got you like that you did to practice baseball as a kid?
¿Qué rutinas hacías cuando eras pequeña? Jugando béisbol. ¿Jugabas en el garaje, en el patio, en la casa? ¿Con quién? O sea, ¿qué hacías cuando eras niño jugando béisbol?
Bueno, yo creo que uno siempre, cuando está de carajito, uno juega mucho. Siempre pasa que si bateando una tapita de refresco, cualquier botellita, una media, una pelota de plástico. Pero también fui mucho, aparte de que jugué mucho béisbol también cuando era pequeño, jugué también mucho fútbol. Por eso me gusta mucho el fútbol. No soy bueno, pero hago mi mejor intento. Pero siempre me ha gustado hacer deporte, ¿sabes? Bien sea básquet, fútbol, aunque no sea bueno, siempre lo intento y es así como uno crece.
He said that he remembers playing a lot of sports, not only baseball. We used to play soccer, even though he said he wasn't good at it. Also with playing basketball, but he put a lot of hours into playing it. And with baseball, he used to swing everything. Pair of socks or soda cans or soda plastic taps or whatever he could find to hit it. He will be all day hitting it constantly.
Wow.
I had a question for you too. I mean, obviously playing for the Yankees is a great honor, but if it happens, you're going to be playing in a city with some of the greatest food in the world. It's known for its good food. Hector and I could talk about it for hours, both of us growing up in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's your favorite food? What kind of foods would you enjoy playing up in here in New York City? Give us an idea of what you like to eat?
No solamente vas a jugar con los Yankees, digamos el mejor estadio, el mejor equipo, pero que es la ciudad donde mejor se come en el mundo. ¿Qué te gusta comer en Nueva York? O si has comido algo, si tienes algún alimento favorito o alguna comida preferida en New York.
No, bueno, no. Las veces que fui a New York el año pasado, no recuerdo haber comido ahí exactamente en Nueva York, pero soy muy amante de la comida de casa, ¿sabes? De la comida que pueda preparar yo, aunque no sé cocinar mucho, pero hago el intento también. Pero me gusta mucho también el arroz con pollo guisado, o sea, el arroz con pollo guisado que hace mi mamá. Entonces, pero soy 100% fanático de la comida en casa, así que obviamente también me gusta cualquier tipo de comida, pero siempre preferiría la comida en casa.
I mean, I eat everything, but if I have to choose, I'd rather eat at home. And even though he's not a great cooker, he said, but he prefers to cook himself and eat at home most of the time. And if he has to mention one meal, his mom makes a delicious, rice with chicken that is just, unbelievable, and he always remembers that. But not especially a food, even though he likes everything. But if he can choose, he'd rather eat at home.
El pollo guisado, you like it con hueso or sin hueso?
Con hueso.
Con West. So when you come to the city, ven para la casa de mi mamá, and she can make you arroz con habichuela y pollo guisado.
Hector's mom, we have a date. So
Yeah. Vamos para la casa de mi mamá.
Just let me know when and I'll visit Chappy. Yeah,
I got you. Both of you. You and Chappy got seats right at the table.
Shout out to Hector's mom. Whoever, if she's listening, Hector's mom, watch out, be careful.
I'm sorry, Hector's mom. We're gonna.
But you guys know, como los Latinos, how we are doing it. From a Puerto Rican household, if I tell her that I have one friend coming over, she's making a dinner for 10 people.
Oh my God. Yeah. So before we wrap here, do you have time? Does he have time for like a fan Q&A real quick?
¿Tienes tiempo para algunas preguntas y respuestas de fanáticos, Chappy?
Sí, claro.
Yes.
I want to add something before you get into that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, before, if we don't have time, I just want to say thank you so much. Just like I got picked up early from school to do this. This is a blast. So, my birthday's tomorrow, so I'm really, 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 really happy that this is a perfect birthday present. So thank you so much, and hope to see you. Hopefully, come to Somerset, or maybe even with the Yankees. Hopefully, to come see you play and hopefully meet you in person.
Dice que muchísimas gracias por la oportunidad, que estaba súper emocionado, lo buscaron antes del colegio para participar aquí. Mañana es su cumpleaños y quiere, está muy emocionado y quiere verte jugar y conocerte personalmente en un futuro, que ojalá que pueda hacerlo.
No, bueno, gracias a él por de verdad estar aquí, hacer sus preguntas y nada, desearle un feliz cumpleaños para mañana.
Yeah, thank you and happy birthday for tomorrow, and hopes you have a great time.
Thank you.
Yeah, have the birthday boy. Yeah, but I'll pick out 3 questions and then we'll wrap here. But one of our the first question here from my app on my phone, one of our fans wants to know, what's your home run celebration after you hit a home run? What's your celebration?
Y un fanático que está preguntando cuál es tu celebración cuando das un jonrón. ¿Qué haces?
No, bueno, siempre cuando llego al home, siempre miro al cielo y señalo al cielo. Es como un regalo hacia mi abuela que falleció hace 4 años ya, y su sueño era siempre verme jugar Grandes Ligas. Lastimosamente se nos fue antes, entonces es como una dedicatoria de mí para ella.
Yeah, when he touches home plate, every time he just points to the sky and he dedicates that home run to his grandmother. She's passed 4 years ago, and she didn't have the opportunity of watching him to play at this level. So every home run that he gets is just dedicated to her.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
Perdón.
So the next fan question, they want to know who's the funniest teammate that you're playing with right now.
¿Cuál es el compañero de equipo más gracioso que está jugando ahora mismo?
No, yo creo que todos somos graciosos y buscamos una manera de reírnos dentro del clubhouse, pero yo creo que el más gracioso de todo es Michael Beltré.
He said that everybody is funny, but the most one is Beltré. So it has to be the most one. Yeah, the most one.
All right, we'll take one more fan question. They want to know, if you were not playing baseball, what would you be doing now?
Si no estarías jugando béisbol, ¿qué te gustaría estar haciendo? ¿Qué hubieras hecho?
No, bueno, no sabría realmente qué estuviese haciendo ahora mismo por la situación de nuestro país, pero de verdad no sabría qué estuviera haciendo si no jugara béisbol ahora mismo.
To be honest, I wouldn't know. I mean, I only know baseball, and I wouldn't know what we'd be doing right now at this point if we're not playing baseball.
So
You'd be teammates with Messi.
Oh God. Yeah. So does anybody else ever have anything else to add before we wrap?
I just want to say God bless, man. Wishing you all the best of luck. Healthy season. A great season for you this year with Somerset. Make your way up the minor leagues. That way we can see you in the Bronx, and that way you can come to my mom's house for some food.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hello.
I said myself already. It's up to you now.
Yeah, I just want to thank you again for taking the time to spend with us, and really, really looking forward to you getting up to the Bronx and us being there to watch you play. It's going to be
Mhm.
a treat and honor to watch you. So I thank you again, and I wish you the best of seasons and good health. And we'll talk to you soon, man.
I'm so excited for when he gets called up. I'm gonna get us all a suite, and we're gonna get in there. And we're gonna have a
Oh yeah,
blast.
there you go. There you go. You better save up all your money from your birthday tomorrow,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I mean, todos te desean una temporada exitosa, llena de salud, y todos te están deseando lo mejor y que pronto te vean en el Bronx. And we have to say that we're going to start at AAA level. So, you know, that's something that is, you know, already done with the organization. And he's going to have his first spring training Major League invite. So, you know,
Copy.
excited.
Lino,
about it.
also thank you for being a translator and for being here as well.
Big shout
Wish
out.
you
Thank
all,
you.
you know, health and luck, prosperity this season as well, Lino.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us today. And obviously, big shout out to Lino for doing the translating. And Andres, I just want to say big shout out for you for coming on the show. And obviously, I interviewed you in person already at Somerset, and obviously we had the opportunity to cover you. And you are, in my opinion, one of the best stories out there in minor league baseball. Working hard and going through the minor league system, and now you're one step closer to getting to your goal. And we're looking much continued success. I'm really looking forward to following your career. And like I said, thank you for joining us, telling more about your story. And this was awesome. And continued success. Let's go Yankees. And looking forward to this season.
Sí, él dice que, bueno, aparte de que te agradece el tiempo, que te conoció personalmente esta temporada y te entrevistó, y estás a un pasito ya de tu sueño, y que cree que eres una de las historias más fascinantes que hay en las ligas menores por tu trabajo, por tu dedicación y por tu esfuerzo en ir subiendo peldaños y desarrollándote. Agradecido entonces contigo.
No, bueno, darle las gracias a todos también por la invitación y por que podemos estar aquí y nada, decirle que siempre voy a tratar de dar lo mejor de mí independientemente de lo que pase en el campo y nada, gracias de verdad por todo el apoyo.
Así que thank you guys for having me, for the opportunity, for the support. He's gonna always give his best, and you know he appreciates.
All right, thank you so much.
Keep going.
Yeah, man. Both you
Much
guys.
love.
Thank you.
Peace and love, guys.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.